Hello students, welcome to our Hayagriva Foundation YouTube channel. Students, as you all know that when India achieved independence, it has faced plenty of problems. Many internal problems and external problems. Like this, many more problems were there, but very successfully India had overcome by all those problems. So, which are the problems were there? So that one let us discuss one by one. That is refugees problem. You know, refugees means from one country to another country, or else from one place to another place, by searching shelter, food and employment, they'll move from one place to another place. So they are called as refugees. Like this, after the partition of India, many people came from Pakistan to India. Okay, so that is one of the problem. And then princely states. Right now we have 28 states, but when India achieved independence, by the time 562 princely states were there. Many large and small princely states were there. That one we wanted to merge with Indian Union. That task was there before us. And then we wanted to maintain the law and order as refugees came from Pakistan to India. So due to this, in between Hindu and Muslims, religious clashes, communal revolts started. Okay, so we wanted to maintain the law and order throughout the country. And at the same time, we wanted to frame a constitution. So constitution is very important for all the countries. Why? Because to administrate the state or to administrate the country, this constitution is very much required. Okay, so today let us discuss about our constitution, that is Indian constitution. How we framed our constitution. While framing the constitutions, what are the obstacles we faced? About this today let us discuss in this lesson. First of all, what do you mean by constitution? So constitution is not only a book, it has consisted many rules and regulations. For example, when you go to a job, they will give you appointment letter. In that appointment letter, all the details will be there. That is your working mode, working limit, okay, timings, your salary. Okay, so like this, very clearly it will be mentioned in that appointment letter. So by seeing that, you will do your work. Likewise, a country, India is 7th largest country. Okay, so it is having 32,87,263 square kilometer of area. So in between that, more than 130 crore people are there. To manage all these people, to maintain law and order among all these people, many religions are there. We wanted to bring very good cooperation between among these religions. Different type of cultures are there, culture following people are there. Between them also we have to bring the good cooperation. Okay, so and many type of governments are there, state governments, central governments. So between them we have to bring the cooperation. And first of all, they must be having a guideline that how to administrate the country, how to administrate the state. Okay, so for this and all we have answer in our constitution. So constitution is nothing but it is a set of rules and regulations. Rules and regulations. What for these rules and regulations means guiding the administration of a state. That means how to administrate the state or how to administrate the country. About that it gives guiding. So constitution is nothing but a set of rules and regulations guiding the administration of a state. So this is constitution. So constitution is very much required for all the countries. So without any disturbance, if they want to make administration, so for that constitution is very much needed. As you all know that each and every religion will be there sacred books. For Hindus separate sacred books are there. For Islam people separate is there. For Sikh people is there. And then for Christianity, like this, each and every religion has its own sacred books. Okay, likewise for entire India we have a sacred book. So that is nothing but constitution. That is the greatness of our constitution. Then come let us learn how our Indian constitution was framed. While framing, what are the obstacles we faced and what are the procedures were there. About this and all today let us discuss. So first, our Indian National Congress, which was established in the year of 1885, those members, you know that from the beginning they used to fight against the British to get freedom for our country. At the same time, they also thought about the framing of constitution. So because of this, in the year of 1939, at the place of Karachi, in the year of 1939, at the place of Karachi, Indian National Congress members gathered and they decided the need of constitution. Anyhow, the British are going to free our country. So after that, to frame our own government, constitution is very much required. To run the administration of our country, constitution is very much required. So they decided like this. But to frame this constitution, constituent assembly is that is very much required. To frame the constitution, constituent assembly, separate group must be formed. So like this they decided. And at the same time, according to the cabinet commission, what is this cabinet commission? So it was appointed by the British government. It has consisted of 3 members. Who are those? Means one is Lord Patrick Lawrence. Second one is Sir Stafford Cripps. And third one is A.V. Alexander. Okay, so like this, it has consisted of 3 members. So according to the recommendation of this cabinet commission, a constituent assembly was formed in India in the year of 1946, December 9th. Okay, the first constituent assembly was met in the year of 1946, December 9th. After 2 days, one more assembly, means once again the constituent assembly was gathered in the year of 1946, December 11th with the new president. Means when they gathered in the year of 1946, December 9th, so by the time there was no president for this assembly. But after 2 days when they gathered once again, by the time they appointed a new president for this constituent assembly, he was nothing but Dr. Rajendra Prasad. The first president of India, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, became the president of Indian Constituent Assembly. Students, I said that our Indian Constituent Assembly, when it gathered on 11th of December 1946, by the time its president was Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Along with Dr. Rajendra Prasad, many prominent members were there in this assembly. Among them, very important are Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, C. Rajagopalachari, K.M. Munshi, Sucheta Krupalani. So like this, many members have taken part in the Constituent Assembly. Totally 389 members were there. When Indian Constituent Assembly was formed, by the time 389 members were there, but when India was partitioned, when Indian Union was partitioned into India and Pakistan, by the time in the Indian Constituent Assembly only 299 members were remained. Okay, so with the help of those members itself, we started to continue framing our constitution. Children, in the Constituent Assembly, from the Mysore princely state also many members have taken part. Among them, Nijalingappa, Tekuru Subramanian, K.C. Reddy. Like this, many members were taken part in the Constituent Assembly from the Mysore princely state. So like this, our constitution framing work started. So here, while framing the constitution, to divide the work, our Constituent Assembly has divided into 22 committees and 5 subcommittees to make this constitution framing work easy. So, in the 22 committees, the very important work, the very important committee is drafting committee. Drafting committee. So, for that, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar became the president. Because of his effort, he is also called as the chief architect of Indian Constitution. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is also called as chief architect of Indian Constitution. So here, along with Dr. B.R. Ambedkar also, many members were there in this drafting committee. They are N. Gopalaswamy Iyengar, Alladi Krishnaswamy, K. M. Munshi. So like this, many members have supported to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar in the drafting committee. So like this, by forming many committees and subcommittees, our constitution work started. Students, before this only, the British have started to make their administration very easy. So they have started many acts. They have implemented many acts to make their work very easy. So among them, 1909 Act, 1919 Act and 1935 Act. On the basis of that, we started to frame our constitution. For example, see, in the year of 1919, bicameral system was started, like upper house and lower house. And then in the 1935 Act, so here federation system was. So like this, on the basis of this act, our constitution fathers, those who started to frame the constitution, for them we will call as the constitution fathers. Those members, by taking all these acts, not only this act, which is very much needed for the India, because we have different languages, different religions, different people. Okay, so everyone should accept our constitution. Such kind of constitution they started to prepare. So because of this, they started to study the other countries' constitution also. Okay, and in that constitution, which are the articles are required for our country or our constitution, so that one we started to adapt. For example, parliamentary system is there, no, that one we adapted from Britain constitution. Bill of Rights, that one we adapted from USA. Then directive principles of state policies, this one we adapted from Ireland. So like this, we have studied all the countries' constitution, and in that which is suitable for our land, for our constitution, that one we started to adapt, and many more articles ourselves we prepared. Okay, so like this, by taking long time means to prepare our constitution, it has taken 2 years, 11 months, 18 days. 2 years, 11 months, 18 days. Such a long time it has taken to prepare our constitution. Okay, so by taking all this grace, our constitution fathers have completed the framing work of constitution 1949 November 26th. 1949 November 26th. Students, one thing you have to observe that though our constitution was accepted on 26th November 1949 also, it was adopted on 26th January 1930. 26th January 1950. So what is the reason why it was postponed to 2 months? For this date, one historical importance is there. In the year of 1929, Indian National Congress members gathered at the place of Lahore. Then they demanded for Purna Swarajya. So they decided that from next year, that means from 1930, January 26, year onwards, each and every January 26, we have to celebrate as Purna Swarajya or Complete Independence Day. So till 1947, they celebrated. Till 1947, they celebrated. Okay, but independence we got on August 15th. No, that's what in the commemorate or in the remember of this date, 26th January date, we have postponed this constitution and we have adopted on 26th January 1950. So thus our constitution came into force, and with the help of this constitution itself, we are running our country without disturbance. Very smooth administration we are making. Thank you.
ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋ ವಿಡಿಯೋಗಳು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗಿದ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಲೈಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಬೆಲ್ ಐಕನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಮಾಡೋ ವಿಡಿಯೋಗಳ ನೋಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಮೊದಲು ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿ ಸಂದೇಹಗಳಿದ್ರೆ ಕಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್